Whoa! What? Whoa! What a surprise to be sure. Hello, Garo. Welcome in. Who could have seen this one coming? Not I. Hello, Lovehammer. Welcome in. Hello, Raiders. Oh, hi, so hello, Akasha. Welcome in. I'm gonna get the visuals set up real quick so that you're not just looking at my animation, although I do like it. I have to do a reboot, then I'll be back for alert. Right. Do what you gotta do. Fix that rascally PC. However you gotta. For those of you who don't know me, I am an artiste. Or at least, that's what I like to think of myself. In reality, I'm an artist without the accent. Or the fancy French. Today we're working on a comic. I've been doing it for a while. But, you know, it's gonna come out eventually. I just gotta do the dang thing. And so we're doing the dang thing. I gotta plug in my drawing tablet. It's hard to draw with your tablet when you don't have one of those plugged in. Where'd my cable go? Is this you? No, that's not it. I'll find it. Where is it? I'm walking around. Ignore the Mr. Bean-esque sounds of things falling over. It's like you didn't plan ahead. I wonder how this could even come across. Alright, we're prepared now. Tablet is turned on. Stylus is over here. Why was it even unplugged? How did this happen? I don't understand. Alright, everything's working. Good. Am I being spoken to? No, I'm not being spoken to. Alright. Let's continue where we left off with the comic, which is the flat colors. I think I used this page that had a lack of words on it, and also some politely worded instructions for myself for later that I do remember utilizing. I have a new coloring process, which is making this go a lot smoother than it used to. I used to not be able to use the fill bucket tool without very horrifying complications. But now it's working fine, which is wonderful for me. Just gotta make sure the cleanup is all accounted for, otherwise it's very broken. That's not that color. I think I have the close gap tool filled up too much. It may look a little ugly now, but trust me, we're gonna fix all of this in a second. I know it looks bad, but we can fix it. Trust the new process. It's actually very fast and efficient. What color? We'll do pants. Does he have his pants visible here? I mean, kinda. Maybe like right there. Then we'll do Mr. Night Guy. Put his line art back on. He scares me when it's going. This one. This one. I hear the puppy being rambunctious downstairs. I hope she's not being too annoying. Although I know that she is. It's in her nature. Youth. I remember when I had that. Now I'm an elderly 23 and 7/8. We're almost through it. And I'll be geriatric, basically. You are young, don't say that. I do have to say, though, that despite being 23, I do already have to have a year. I'm 10 years older than you. I have to have a year. This is my New Year's resolution. Don't call me old. I didn't. I called me old. It's different, maybe. This is the first resolution was to ignore my sleep needs so that I could finish the comic faster. Then everyone yelled at me, so I decided not to do that. And now my new resolution is the complete opposite direction. Where I'm going... This is the year of fixing my stupid, broken human body. I made an appointment to deal with this stomach issue. That's on the 24th. And I made a dental appointment to also deal with the ramifications of the stomach issue. Because that, let me tell you, when stomach acid gets in your mouth all the time, it has an effect after a while. It's not great. I don't enjoy that. So I'm getting all that sorted out. I've had enough of it. The stomach issue isn't really me delaying anything. It was like a cyclical decision where I was like, well, I can't get my teeth fixed until the stomach issue is also fixed. But the insurance companies are being a real pain in the tuchus, so I can't really get anything done. Wish they could fix my issue? Yeah, I don't know if I can. I'm just assuming that a surgery would be able to fix my issue. We'll see, though. I'm definitely not taking no medications. I don't want to do them. I've tried them anyway. Most of the ones they give me don't work. And by most, I mean all of them. A lot of them have the same working logic, quote-unquote working, as Tums, where it'll, like, alleviate the issue temporarily. And then it'll just come back even worse later. So that you have to take more product TM. It's very cool of them. What color? Do we have a plank on this panel? Oh, we do have the plank on this panel. This page has everything. No, put the line art back on. He's so scary without it. I map result 2 times a day. RX does. I was on a trial period for that. It did not do much for me personally. So I was like, no thank you. Alright, now this is like, it looks bad. I'll admit this looks rough here, but now you just gotta trust the process. Check this out. You do this, and this, and this, and then this and this. Oh, we gotta select that there. And then we invert. And then we go to the old, what is this? The adjust line width tool. And we just tap it around. And it fills in all the gaps that I had there. Look at that, it's magical. What a magical tool this is. Fills all that right, with the proper color as well. And now it looks like I actually have effort and talent and skill, but I don't. I have technology. And it fills it in all good. And it's so quick. I know, it's the most magical art trick I've learned recently. It just fills it all in. Alright, hide the sketch layer, and we'll do the same thing all over again. For the flats. Nope, that's not red. Get that out of there. This really has sped up my coloring. For once, something is actually happening quickly on this comic-making stream adventure that I've departed on for like a year now. Almost a year. Almost a year. I started off streaming making my assets. My great assets to the company. My independent company. Cardinal's helmet's supposed to be in the dude's hair. In the dude's hair? Oh, you're right. Excuse me. What are you doing in there? Get out of there. So, like I said, little bit of cleanup that you have to do. I forgot to select the white space there. That's the issue. You gotta make sure you're looking at every bit of white space. Thank you for looking at that, though. I for sure might have left that. Whoops. I'm gonna nap now. Okay, but what if I need you for more art advice? No, you can go nap. Thanks for stopping in, Garo. Thanks for the raid as well. Appreciate you. Just leaving you on PC. Always appreciate it. Let's do that. Enjoyed nap. Sibling. That's not what color this is supposed to be. Get the blue in there. Then we'll take the plank color again, put that in the plank area where the plank is. You know how it is. Nope, that's not that color. Get that out of here. And none of these small figures, the line art does get a little rough with the pencil brush, so I might have to go in manually every now and then. And Garo does need that now, because they're doing 2 Lethal Company streams today, which is madness to me. I'm just an art guy. I do like 2.5-hour streams. Granted, I do them daily, so it kind of evens out the hours over time. But even still, I couldn't be doing that. Multiple streams a day, maniacal behavior. Although now that I'm thinking about it, I think I have done that. I think I did. It was probably something stupid, like playing Monster Hunter for a couple hours. And then her boots are on this page too. This page is so good for my colors. I love it. Let's see, how much of this do I want to be visible, this cloak area? I think this part will be enshrouded in fog pretty heavily, because that just makes it easier for me to draw, and it suits the scene, and the tone of the scene. At least that's what I'm saying, anyway. We can just siphon her colors off of her own face. And now we can do we can make the magic happen. Here. Make sure I got all of the white space this time. Oh, I see you. I see you in here, you little gap there. Fix yourself. No, there you go. Now we'll invert that. No. Oh, that's the line. That's what happens when you do it wrong. Don't do that. Make sure that's on the color layer. Alright, the magic has occurred. All good. Look at all these flats we got. We're doing them in blistering speeds. No one's ever done art this fast before. I'm doing 100% speed run. I don't know why I stole her color. I don't need it. I need your colors. Back to another tiny figure. We'll see how well this holds up. I am impressed, though, that even with as small of a figure, where it gets super loose with this pencil brush, it does seem to be pretty effective in general. I remember coloring taking forever. I always do it by hand because the fill tool and I didn't get along well either. Yeah, I would never have thought to even use the fill tool until I watched this one tutorial by a webtoon comic artist known as Starfish Face. She's great. She makes cast off and has a lot of YouTube content. I recommend reading the webcomic, if anything. But also, she has a lot of great tutorials. She had a coloring tutorial where I learned this forbidden technology, and it's been very useful ever since. It's my favorite part, so I never complain. I mean, yeah, if it's your favorite part, it's also like a very zen thing you can do. You can just kind of zone out and color forever. If and you have the mind to. Unfortunately for me, I don't. I want to get this done. I gotta get this done at some point sooner rather than later. So, and the line art already takes me so long. It may seem like I'm breezing through the progress on this page, but if you ever watch me do line art on stream, you'll understand why this comic has not come out yet. Why it's taken so g-dang long. But now with this new innovation, we're doing fine. I understand, trust me, yeah, line art is rough. It is the cursed part of the process. Some people just paint, and I don't think that would work for me. I think it would still take super long. This sword seems darker than the other ones I was doing. Let's open up this page and see if that's true. I think I've made the sword darker on accident. We'll check. Hide all the multiply layers. I did. They did get darker. How did you get darker? How dare you do that? Do not save that. Get brighter. Perfect. And fix yourself over. Did that fix that? Did that... Hold on. Scroll. Sorry, the zoom feature is very zoomy. Alright, let's fill in our lad. Our other armored lad. With his armored core. 6. Is that what they're on now? I don't remember. I haven't played a single one of them. I want to play the new one. Haven't done it yet. But yeah, fill bucket tool, and then the adjust line width tool. Very good combination. If you're looking for art, ways to experiment in your art process, that's one of them. I highly recommend. And I don't normally find art progress or process stuff that I actually enjoy. Most of the time, I think that's my problem is looking at TikTok for that kind of thing, which is just a landfill of ideas and bad people and bad ideas. And bad people with bad ideas. Done digital art in years, unfortunately. It's never too late. If you did it before, you can definitely get back into it. Why is this like this? Hold on. Having done it before and then doing it again is a lot easier than never doing it at all and trying to start, I'll say that much. I try to get a few friends into digital art. I try to get a few friends into art in general. And that always fell through, but if you've done it before, that means you've got the capacity to. You got it in you. I mean, when you look at my stream, you might think that I'm a very consistent artist, but I've had moments in the past where I would do art studies consistently for like a year straight, and that would be like my whole thing. Back when I used Instagram, I would do that. I would do daily drawings and sketches and updates on bigger pieces I was doing. And then after like a year, I would just take like, I don't know, months-long breaks, and I would feel bad the entire time, because I'm like, I could be doing stuff. But I always got back into it, and now I have beaten every semblance of non-dedication out of my body. No more breaks. I'm just doing art now, whether I want to or not, and luckily, I find myself wanting to. And I think that's mainly because of the project I've chosen to undertake here. Find something you want to be passionate about, and you'll just draw it just because. Even if you don't feel like you want to do it, you'll slip into it after like 2 minutes of starting it up again. You'll be like, oh yeah, this is cool. I don't even have to think about it. It just becomes mindless after a certain point. Like the coloring process is, for some people, that has become the entirety of the thing for me, except for the line art. Everything is pretty zen until line art shows up, then I get angry, because then I know it's going to take years to get anything done. Anything else is fine. I also wonder if I was a better teacher. If I would have been able to get my friend into art. I was not a very good teacher, because when he wanted to get into art, I think we were both in like late middle school or early high school, which is not when I would say I was at my prime in terms of being able to teach someone how to do anything. Line art, the bane of every artist existing. Good thing we have Control-Z. I mean, I know. But here's the other thing. When I'm not doing digital art, my primary medium of choice is, in fact, pen and ink. So I go from having infinite Control-Zs to having no Control-Z. No room for mistakes at all. Oh, the eraser? How adorable. I remember when I could use that. No longer. Tell me what it's like rubbing your rubber all over the page. How does it feel? I have long forgotten. I prefer pencil because then I can erase. I used to do pencil a lot. But now I'm here. In the digital art mines. Hey, your foot is not correct. Color that in. You rapscallion, get that in there. Alright, the flats are all good. I did mess up this lady's colors a little bit. I don't know how, but I did. These are just... and these are both... Why did I do it this way? Hold on. Yeah, she's all, like, messed up. What the heck did I do? Alright, I'll have to merge her layers and then color in her multiplies separately. But yeah, I mean, look at that. Now the flats are already done for all the characters. This is great. I love that. I don't gotta do anything. It's just done now. That's crazy. The flats have been... Normally that would take me like a whole stream. But now it's only been like... Oh, I'm actually like watching... I'm inflating my view count. Hold on. Let me go back. Yeah, now I have... Okay. I'm in stream for like half an hour. I almost got the whole page done with flats already. I was watching my own stream instead of watching my Oh god, I forgot to color in his eyes. Ooh. Fill those in. That looks horrifying. There we go. That's one thing you have to worry about, I guess. If you don't color in the white, you do gotta fill that in later. But yeah, now we're making so much time. Making nothing but time. Oh boy. And now I gotta go back in and do all of the white space. Alright, so for future reference, for me, I'm gonna have to remember to do that. Where's the ground color? I actually don't have it on this page. Alright, what's another page that has it on there? This one does. Ground color. Oh god. I forgot to fix her eyeballs. I feel like we'll be noticing that a lot when I keep doing it. We may even finish this dang page today, which would be great for me. I very much enjoy that. For once, just finishing a page. Now, this blur tool sometimes looks good, and other times looks real bad. Well, for example, that looks pretty bad. I think I gotta extend my reach a little bit. Actually, we can probably just Control-T it into position. I am just gonna have to add more color, aren't I? Fine, we'll do it. This does look a little jagged now. Good enough. Good enough for comic books. Now we gotta add the building color, which is also on this page. It's such a useful page I've made on accident. Does this have the wood texture on it? It does not. Maybe I should add that later. Oh, sorry about that. I return. There we go. You never know when you're going to be whisked away. I'm already getting into background rendering, which I should not be doing right now. That's for later. After I do the characters multiply layers. Why does that not look correct? Did I do that wrong? No, that should be equidistant. Ugh. We'll just do a little bit more background rendering as a treat. Oh, that one's already done. Get that page away from me. It's too complete. I can no longer look upon it. I don't know if I'm actually going to keep this. I might add buildings to the background of this shot too. We'll see what happens. I do know that I gotta add the multiply layers now. Which seems to be easy to do now. That should all be in order. Alright. Now we can start value passes already. Crazy. Blistering. Then we go to the gouache, the dry gouache brush for some texture. Just because I like it. You know what we gotta do? Editing layer only. What did you do there? No, get on the right layer, you fool. I think I do have to add her lips, because I do remember her having those. Of course, she has the upper one, but I do remember rendering the other one. Where does the lighting come from? At night, I guess the moon. And the moon can be wherever I want it to be in this scene. We blur this, does it look more natural? Maybe. Just put that airbrushed effect on there. Maybe it is Maybelline. Nah, it's the blur tool. Hold on, I have a facial reference sheet for this lady, and I think I do draw her lips. Even when her mouth is open, I do that. Interesting. I hadn't remembered that. I'm gonna have to go back and check if I've done that. on all of the pages that I was supposed to. You're supposed to have lips, lady. All the time. Both of them. Important. Add lip. Maybe not that particular shape. Let's try it, everyone. I thought everyone had lips. Most people do. Most people. But in this comic, I don't draw both of them. Sometimes. Apparently I should, though, even when her mouth is open. Did I do that for other pages that she's on? I might have to check. I have to find one without words on it. This one does have words on it. Hold on, let me hide the eyes for a second. I'm gonna spoil some stuff, but nobody's allowed to know. Don't worry. No, I drew her lips there. I didn't draw them there, but they're kind of far away. I drew them here. Okay, so I've been fairly consistent with her lip having. But with the lip on the face and such. Alright, good. Just making sure. That's another continuity error I can have a pleasure of a time just looking out for. Very pleasant experience. Alright, give yourself your lips. I might as well do it to the other panels while I remember. Just a small detail, but if you ignore too many small details, then you're just ignoring stuff that you needed to put in there anyway. Becomes continuity error instead of a detail oversight. And that's when I can't overlook it. Like when I forgot to draw the cloak on that other page. It's just gonna have to stay there. I have a very pleasant note, though, to remind myself that I need to go back and draw the cloak. Now she has this, and then we can add another multiply layer for that little, what do they call that? The gradient of shadow around the edge of a picture? I forget the term. It has a fun word to go with it, but I've since forgotten. I'm gonna remember it, but like a million years from now, or not at all. And then we can do this, which is a fun thing I've learned to do. You take the lighting situation, put it on the color layer, set it to multiply, clip it to the layer below. Turn down the opacity, and now you have just changed the color, the hue of the entire image. Look at that. Not nighttime, very nighttime. Look at that. I usually keep it pretty low, but on this one, on this particular panel, it looks pretty good when it's cranked up all the way, but I don't think I'll keep that. I'll keep it at like 40. We'll do 50, just for a good number. Nice, I know. You can do that with any color, too. Let's say we want this to be taking place in a very sunny location. Whoa, look at that. Look how warm the lighting has become. It's like standing directly in front of a candle. It's crazy. But no. It's blue. Oh my god, hello, mask, welcome in. Pry yourself away from your school schedule, did you? For a moment? Hi, hello. Multiplication, that's color burn. You don't want to do that. Between classes, I figured before English. Did I color in the necklace? I didn't do any values on the necklace. On the other pod, or panel. Are you enjoying the return to your school schedule? I would guess not. It's just, you know, figured I'd ask. Wanted to ask if you already watched Scott Pilgrim the show. No, I have no free time ever. Self-imposed, but also, you know, it's like comic or Scott Pilgrim. Meh, it's school. Yeah, I knew the answer before I even asked the question. Just figured I would check in anyway. On the off chance some hot tea spilled all over the floor, maybe? Some scalding tea. Now we gotta get rid of this shadow on the eye. I don't like it right here. You know what, let's make this easier on myself. There we go. I did say, did I answer your question? I said I had not watched the Scott Pilgrim show yet. I did remind myself that Chris Evans did do that, though, the other day. So that's where he's been. I'm looking it up. It's driving me insane. Word for darkness around edge of photo. Vignette. I found it. Oh man, it was gonna kill me. And I definitely would never have figured that out. Started with a dang V. Words don't start with V. That's crazy. No word has ever started with V, ever. Very few words start with V. You'd have to be a vivacious kind of person to even think of a word that started with V. But now that I've thought about words that... Words? Oh no, it's spreading. Now every word's gonna start with V. That is positively vexing. Words. Layer color. Hey, I didn't choose you. Let me select you properly. What did I say? 50 on that one? Oh yeah, we gotta clip it to the layer below. And I mean, just look how much of a difference it makes. It's real nice. I do really like it cranked up to 100 on these panels. I don't know why. I won't keep it that way, though. I think it's a little too overblown. I do want to blur this a little bit. And I gotta add them onto the other panel's necklace. What are we at? We're at 47 minutes. Bro, we could finish this whole page easy. As long as I just put a little bit of elbow grease in there. Also, that term's always been disgusting to me. Like, who puts don't say elbow grease. Get your greasy elbow off of anything that requires hard work or determination to fix or complete or whatever. No one wants your greasy elbow. Go take a shower. People with elbow grease are the same kind of people that be wearing trilbies. Just around. Don't be doing that. Alright, we'll skip that panel, this third panel for now, just because I messed up the color layers a lot. Chris Evans is cool. He's a pretty cool dude. It became a weird fixation to ship him with African-American women at some point. I don't know when that happened or when that started. I think it was some interviewer that he was talking to. That's a thing I know about Chris Evans, is that people think he should date a black woman. I mean, like, if he wants to, sure. Just a weird fixation that people had on him. I think it was an interview that caused that whole thing to start. I say English, but it's United States history. Ah, that's even worse. I hate United States history. Don't ship celebrities with their interviewers. Huh? It's a real thing, I swear. I'm not making this up. Chris Evans had like some decent chemistry with this lady who was interviewing him, and everyone was like, that's it. They need to be together. And like, Chris Evans is the ally we need in these trying times, and they were just having a conversation that I'm pretty sure he was being paid to be there for. Is that how interviews work? I don't even know, dude. We don't gotta make everything a weird shipping race. Is Chris Evans married? Oh, we're out of music. Let's do Zeldis. Chris Evans. He does have a spouse. Wait, what, married in 2023? He just got one? Well, you never know with celebrities. They'd probably just swap spouses every couple of months. That's just how they roll. They find a new one. Or if you're Leonardo DiCaprio, you cycle through, like 18-year-old girls. Which is very strange. They have an expiration date if you're Leonardo DiCaprio. Can't be over the age of 25, or else you've gone bad for him. Which only gets creepier the older he gets, and yet he still seems to stick by that rule. Great actor. Can't understate that enough. Deserves all the Oscars in the world. But, like, your dating habits, Leo? Leo? I would prefer you dated the bear from Revenant, to be honest with you. Got up close and personal with that bear in that movie. No one should ship any real people, I agree. It's a bad practice to have and do and perform. Don't ship real people, they have feelings. Unless they're annoying jerks, like almost universally, you know, agreed upon by everyone, then you can ship them with real people, or like a toilet, maybe. You belong with a toilet, you toilet person. Like Kevin Spacey, or Harvey Weinstein. You can ship them with anyone you want, so long as it's not a... You have to ship exclusively bad people with other bad people. You can't ship a bad person with a good person. That's not how it works. Yes, you can ship with a prison cell. Yeah, absolutely. Some of them should have been shipped into a prison cell via mail. Via express shipping. Same day. You ought to be put in a, as Plankton once said, some people ought to be put in a box floating down the river. Can you guys believe that? That's a real line from SpongeBob the television show for children. Where Plankton says an old woman should be floating down a river in a box. Which is even more messed up because they're already underwater, so like, what did he mean by this? Grandma, yeah, it was to a grandma too, which actually makes it. You know what? I'm on his side again. I wasn't on his side at first, but now I'm fully back on board. Such a swan thing to say. She doesn't want grandmas to get slapped. I'm gonna be the one. I'm gonna nip this in the bud right now. I'm the grandma slayer. Swan tries to protect them, but I won't let her. And a Zotan thing. No, it's my thing. She wants them to be left alone. I will not let this happen. We have to straighten up this lore if we're gonna repeat it. What the heck is this? Oh no, I've left a spot there. Not quite filled in. There we go. I really should just have some keyboard shortcuts set up so that I don't have to keep clicking all over the dang place. I am starting to notice that it's happening. I'm like, layer, and then it's a, and then I go over here, and then I swap back over here. Gotta go. All right, Mask. Thanks for stopping in. I know it's harder for you to do so these days, so I appreciate it. What with your education and all that, whatever that is, I've forgotten. I've been out of the business for a while. But I had to read some little facts about United States people, like me. I'm a United States people, and I'm very interested. Well, people have said that about me, and they phrase it as unusual, but I choose to interpret that as interesting. Okay, they don't say unusual, they say weird, but you know what? Language evolves. Bye-bye, alright. Catch you later, man. Language is ever-changing. Y'all remember the book Frindle? Was it Frindle? I think it was. It's a book about a kid who invents a new word for a pen. And it's a very weirdly specific... That's like the whole story. And all of the trials and tribulations that arise from this kid trying to invent a word. It surprisingly has stuck with me all this time. And I don't even necessarily know why. I don't remember it being particularly interesting. I remember it being weird in the directions that it chose to go. Like, I think there was a lot of unusual pushback for this kid trying to invent a word, and it's like, what? Even how did we get? He like goes on to he's like arguing it on a national level on television, if I remember right. At some point, he's just like, just let the kid have a word. What's wrong with you? Why is he defending himself? To like the Council of Webster. Like it was just a bunch of made-up sounds and symbols. It's true. We made it up. Complete fabrication. Pure fiction. Golden black. Let's blur this over here. I might do the thing where I stack multiply layers on these guys, because their armor has a lot of cast shadows on it, which I think can be enhanced with a little bit more volume, a little bit more value placed on top of it. Which is why I get so agitated when people complain about made-up words. Like, dude, they're all made. I know. No such thing as a made-up word, except for all. I think that was the point of that Frindle book. And I swear this book is real. I'm not having a fever dream in real time. I swear. What if this is some kind of Mandela effect thing and I do look up this book and it's not real? I'm doing it. Hold on, we're looking up Frindle. Frindle book. It is real, and it's called Frindle. Why do I remember this book? Andrew Clements. That makes sense. That dude was all over the place. I'll take your word for it. No, it's true. Frindle is the story of Nick Allen, kid with 2 first names. I made that part up, but his name is Nick Allen. And his desire to show his teacher, Mrs. Granger, that words can come from anywhere. Even though Nick is known to be the funny guy, especially by turning the thermostat up in his classroom. Oh, classic prank, dude. Harming the environment, awesome. This is one thing he is serious about for some reason. He is determined to make a pen into a Frindle. Freaking Mrs. Granger. What's up with her anyway? She always be giving out pop quizzes all the time. That's one of those things that I'm actually upset is taking up space in the old brain, because, like, I read that book once for school, and it's still in there, taking up space. I could be using that information for cheat codes for PS2 games. Something actually important, but no. I have freaking Frindle in there. I could be remembering my social security number, instead of having to look it up every time from that card in my drawer, but no. This is what's taking up space in there. Y'all ever read Frindle? That's something I can bring to the party that I will not be invited to because I talk about Frindle all the time. An hour, bro. We got so long left. I'm blazing through this. It's not even close how much I'm blazing through this compared to how long this would normally be taking me. We're going to get to background rendering and no problem. And in no time flat is what I was going to try and say. I didn't say it, but I tried to. And then we do this. Yep. Put this here, change the old blue. Ow, my eyeballs. There we go. See, like when it's 100% here, that's like way overbearing. On the darker colors, it's a little bit more aggressive. But if we tune it down a bit, you can still see the difference. That's 18 though. Let's turn it up a bit. Like, look at that difference. This is just like any old room lighting. Now it's outside. It's a very useful trick. Lots of technology tricks, tips, and hints, and all of that. That's the thing you can expect on this live stream. All of the art hacks. By all of them, I mean like 3 that I've decided to use consistently. Like I said, not a teacher. Barely even an artist. But we're working on it. Let's get the soft eraser here. What the heck? You're not a soft eraser, you're the airbrush tool. Get out of here. Here you go. I'm glad that the multiply layer is how I've decided to do shading, because if I actually did color picking, then what I've done here, which is combine the liner and the colors, would be game over, essentially. But multiply affects things in such a beautiful way. You can still see everything underneath it. It's fantastic. But if I was doing like color picking and rendering, I would have just made this panel take a million years longer. Luckily, that did not happen. I do think this page is turning out well, though. There's always a couple panels where I'm like, because what I want to do when I start uploading these to Webtoon is they let you pick a thumbnail for each update. And after the first couple of updates, like I'm going to drop like 12 pages at once. For the first, like, day, the launch day, as it were. But then eventually it'll, quickly, I mean, it'll swap down into 2 pages per week. Because that is what I need to be sustainable for the foreseeable future. At least until I get chapter 3 done. Then I can go on a hiatus. And by hiatus, I mean just keep working on it while not updating it actively. But I do want to, when I was thinking about what I can do for the thumbnails that each chapter update, each episode update that you do for Webtoon that lets you have a thumbnail for. I always thought I would upload, and also on like social media and stuff, like on Twitter, I would pick my favorite panel and be like, this is my favorite panel from the update, go read it. That'll be how I get those, that'll be my excuse to attach an image to it on social media. And I don't know what my favorite panel would be for, I'd have to go 2 pages at a time and pick one. Even though doing that is like exposing at least like 10% of the content, one panel for 2 pages. That's like most of it. That's most of the update. But it'll be fine. I'll hide the words or something. And it'll still feel like people are getting new stuff. I do wish I could just have $1 bajillion and do this full time. I would. And my back would be so much worse because I am shrimping so hard right now. I need to just wear the posture brace while I stream, because there's no way I'm gonna keep remembering to unshrimp all the time. It's bad. I'm gonna get the neck from the dad from Coraline. It's my greatest fear, because that neck grosses me out. He's so gross looking, I hate it. Yucky. Don't look up pictures of the dad from Coraline, specifically his neck, unless you want to be scarred for life. Actually, I think we're done with her values already now. We gotta do under the neck. Under the neck. That'll be good. Wait, we can do a little bit here. The only problem with doing this multiply layer on the line art is that my line art is not pure black. So it does show up a little bit. Well, that's not too bad. I think we can just add our little vignette layer on the character. Darken her up from the bottom. And then erase it back from the top. Draw the focus up towards the face and torso, that's important. And then we'll give her her blue shift. Actually, this is going to give the whole layer of the blue shift all at once for these characters. Yeah, ouch, my eyes. That is some intense blue, though, look at that. I almost wish that I did just commit fully to the 100% blue shift, because it looks really dope. I do love how much it changes it, but we'll scale it back. We'll scale it back. It's still a pretty significant change to the lighting. Alright, now we gotta do the other guys. We'll just color in this leg entirely so that I don't have to worry about it. Or think about it. Or look at it anymore. He's in the background. He's got shadows on him. That's my excuse. No, hold on, my alarm went off. I see it going off, but one second, I gotta turn that off. I forgot I normally nap until right about now. I don't normally stream until like 9 minutes from now. One second. Yo. We're doing an early stream today. But then, unfortunately, Lethal Company did explode a little bit. So we had to call that. Lootbugs needed a break. They were screaming yippee so loud. I can understand if they get tired after 2 seconds of existing. I mean, you can listen to me speak right now. If I ever elevated my voice above 2 decibels, I think I would be pretty much out of commission for the rest of the day. I dare not even risk it, saying yippee even once. Or else I might need to call my stream early. That's what I would... If the loot bugs needed a break, I'll tell you the coding bugs definitely did not. They were up and at 'em. Fast and furious. Every single bug that a line of code could have was showing up today. We did have roughly 36 mods installed, and they just updated the game, so may have been a little bit on our end. I love it when that happens. It was kind of good. It was kind of fun for the first couple of... It was fun when it was Zotan. Or some of the more visual glitch experiences. Those were pretty good. And we had the Changeling mod on, and it was completely busted. I still can't believe that a glitch happened so badly on my, when I was playing with some other Discord homies. Lethal Company, we had the Changeling mod on. And what it was doing was it was taking the audio, not even like the audio from the past, like it normally does, and then spits it back at you like a recording from earlier. No, it would take the audio that my friend was saying. We'll call him Darren, not his real name. But it would take Darren's audio, and it would play it back to another one of my friends. We'll call him Alex. So it would play Darren's audio back to Alex, like an hour, or like half an hour, maybe like 10 minutes. Like just a random amount of time later. I think it was like 10 minutes. So we would be hearing Darren's voice just 10 minutes later, coming from his character. So the conversation would be so disjointed. Alex thought Darren was going insane, because he was trying to converse with him, and then he would be getting responses, like, just way too delayed for it. He thought he was messing with him. It was crazy. That is not normally how the mod functions, needless to say. We had to stop playing and be like, are you messing with me right now? That's what he said. He's like, are you messing with me right now? We had to be like, no. Or nobody's messing with you, dude. He was being psychologically tortured by this mod glitch. We're like, dude, no, you're not being gaslit right now. The mod is just broken. It's amazing. It was crazy. I've never seen it happen since. It was the most absurd mod breaking experience that I've ever seen. Just taking audio and not even reusing it later in an enemy model, but from the character model of the person speaking and just playing it back in the future, at some ambiguous point in the future. When do you want to hear this man speak? Well, it's going to happen whenever we feel like. You haven't earned the right to continue the conversation until a certain amount of time has elapsed. Anyway, early access video game, but everybody, you can't fault it too hard. Just a little bit. And also, we just completely demolished it with mods, so it's also, again, probably still our fault, a little bit. It was looking like somebody's 18th Skyrim playthrough, with how many mods were stacking up. All we're waiting for is the equivalent of the Macho Man Randy Savage dragons or the Thomas the Tank Engine dragons, just something that absurd. I'm sure something out there already exists that's equally crazy. I'll admit I have not delved too much into the Lethal Company mods because the ones that people keep bringing to me are already plenty for me. I don't need to look any further. Can now already do an orange justice while walking through the entirety of the level. I don't need too much more than that. I can hit the gritty. I saw that as an option in there. I almost am not even entirely sure what that dance looks like. And I'm a zoomer, so I should know what that is. I feel like I'm falling behind. I'm becoming older by the second, just not knowing what that dance looks like entirely. I know the basics. But I'm not going to actively keep up with hitting the gritty. That's for Generation Alpha or whatever. Nah, it's still Zoomers. What I've done is I've broken down Zoomers into two subcategories. There's the TikTok Zoomers, such as myself, a little bit older, a little bit more classy, a little bit more sophisticated and awesome in every way. And then there's the TikTok, and there's the Vine Zoomers. Did I say Vine? I meant Vine Zoomers. If I didn't say that, that's me. And then there's the TikTok Zoomers, which is like my nephew. And they're into stupid stuff that's not cool and is for babies. Basically. They brought us such hits as, and I actually do like this one, so I'm insulting it as a meme right now. Such as Riz. They brought us that little gem. Even though I very much enjoy that word. I have a little bit of an idea of what hitting the gritty is. Hello, Frank. Yeah, I know. It's ambiguous at best. Oh, my dog is upset. She has to stay in the crate when I'm not downstairs, or else she will eat the world. I will not let her do that. She's getting very upset. This is the most upset she's ever been. It's like walking-ish, wiggle-ish something, and then there's like some hand movements swaying near the hip. Or like down by the knees. I think I know what some of the gritty is. Why is she she's never barked so loud. You guys could probably hear it. She's so upset. They said she was crate trained when we adopted her, but evidently not so. She hates being in it. A little bit? Okay. As long as it's not ear-shattering. I don't know why she suddenly got all pissed off. She's been in that crate for like 20 minutes, so she's getting antsy. We had to take her to classes just because of how much of a dog she was being, how much of a puppy she was being, and that's like the excuse, but she was being very annoying. So we had to learn some training techniques. And like I said, I don't think the people who supposedly trained her before did much of any of that. She is so upset right now. Alright, she seems... Nope. I'm not gonna bring it up. Every time I bring it up, I think it's gonna start up again. That's just the law of how things work. I just have to hope she'll get bored. Oh my god. I might have to go down there and give her something. But if you do that, you just like enable the behavior. It's tricky to train dogs because they like it's a difficult balance between ignoring them and rewarding them when they're doing good stuff. But like they're constantly alternating between being bad and then being fine. So it's like, when do I give them anything? Why are they like this? Alright, let's do the gradient layer. Let's erase that back. Put more gradient over here. Then erase it back some more. And there we got the character values all set on that panel. Did we do it? We did that one. Now we can do this last one. And we still have like an hour left. Even after doing all of the character values. This is nuts. I actually feel like I'm making too much progress. I'm making myself uncomfortable. It's never happened this well before. But Lord knows I need a quick part of the process. Because otherwise, it's gonna just never come out. It was already taking a while, but now I finally feel like there's a little bit of hope for this comic coming out soon. TM. Man, this is going too well as thinking. I know, I've never... It's a unique feeling. I've not had this sensation before. Things don't normally go well on this stream. Usually I look at the timer and I've drawn line art for 2 panels and it's already been in like an hour and 45 minutes and I'm like, oh, it's one of these days. Okay, I see how. We're just not going to do anything today. We're just going to try and do something and then realize that we're the slowest artist of all time. Very few people say, damn, I'm good. In a state of terror. In a state of regret. Yep. Unfortunately. Blows out finger gun. Still got it. Blur this. I think this would be blurred, then we erase that. Sorry, I got into focus mode for a second. I had to draw parallel lines. That's one of the hardest things in the world. Mission accomplished, almost. Wait, there we go. Just a couple more figures left. I always draw so many figures on these panels, but I always do worry about people. People complain when your comic starts turning into a quote-unquote talking heads comic, where because of deadlines or laziness or both, the comic illustrator renders the entirety of their comic to just being close-up shots of somebody's face. And then they talk to somebody else in a different panel, and they're doing a different angle of somebody else's face. But it is just a bunch of facial close-ups, which takes a lot less effort than drawing full body stuff. So that's the last thing I want. I'm trying to keep shots dynamic and varied, which unfortunately means in scenes with more than like 3 people, which a lot of my scenes seem to have. This is 4 figures in one scene. It means I'm gonna have to draw a lot, drawing a lot of people. And it is my fault. No, I will not change my ways. Alright, let's draw the lady. I do wonder if I should try the method of shading, where they just cover the whole thing in the dark value, and then they erase in the mid-range and highlights. I might try that for some page someday. But right now, I just need this method because it's faster. I think she needs more hair here, but you know what? That's a future Zotan problem. That freaking guy. Future Zotan, though, he's gonna eat some freaking chicken and mac and cheese. because it's leftovers, and that, you know what? I envy him. The rare times where I actually envy Future Zotan is when he's eating food that I don't have right now. Every other time I'm like, well, that guy's older than me, so, what does he know? And because he's me, the answer is not a lot. Just nip that one in the bud. Do I have... I would need to open this page. I'm gonna hide your eyeballs again for a second. No, no looking at spoilers. Get them out. Get your eyes off of my spoiler pages. Alright, I've hidden all the words on the page. You can have your eyes back. There you go. I just needed this color, I think. Actually, I didn't even need to do this. Because we can just use multiply layers to achieve the same effect. I just need it to be a different... Well, the Discord homies have booted up Skyrim. They've been doing a multiplayer playthrough. A modded playthrough of Skyrim that you can do, which I did not know about. I didn't know we had reached that level of Skyrim modding where you could just force online into a game that did not have it. That's pretty nuts. Look at that lighting, just instantaneous lighting, so good. Not me, but like, the method. I'm not bragging, or nothing. I gotta erase all this little stuff out here. Hide the highlights in her hair a bit more. Okay. And then I think once we add the blue layer to this, and the vignette layer, we'll be all good for the character values. The value pass will be complete. Oh, she's mad again. Stop being that way. I actually need this layer to be above everything. There we go. Alright, now we can just go into background rendering, and then we're basically done with this page. And we got, like, still another hour to do it. All of the things I wish to accomplish today. Which is to say, finishing this page, and then eating food, and then going to bed for a little bit. I know it's a rock star lifestyle that I lead, and also I'm going to do some heavy drinking of water. Oh god, I erased her teeth. That is actually terrifying. You need your teeth. There you go. If you want to live like a rock star, you too can make a webcomic. You can make prompt dental appointments scheduled for this Friday. Probably the most metal thing I've ever done. I mean, going to the dentist is pretty metal. They root around in your mouth with metal picks. That's pretty messed up. Dental appointments? I know, but I need it. I needed to make one. It's been too long. It was getting outdated. It was becoming a requirement. Oh, look at that. She's just running into like a Wile E. Coyote painting out of nowhere. Alright, we can now do background rendering. I do want to add the fog, though, and I'm not entirely sure which layer I should put that on. I guess it needs to be above the color layer, but I can select the color layer. Select the layer. Alright, now we can invert that. And then put it above. I guess it doesn't matter now. We just need it to be above everything, so... Then I have cloud brushes. Wow! Look at that. It's crazy. Gotta erase this. I hope I don't need some absurd checkup. Add the selection of the line art, maybe? What are we even coloring in right now? Hold on. No, that's not what I want. Why can't I select... I need to just magic wand this. Get your hair out of here, brother. Alright, good. That's what I wanted. Stop being so mad. Dog. And shrimp. I need a reminder. I do gotta get that bot up and running at some point. I have to learn how to use them. Which is the first step. A step I have neglected so far. Now let's add this on a new layer, so I don't mess anything up.
It's very bright, isn't it? Maybe we can hue shift this towards blue as well. Clear setting, click the layer below. Shift it to blue. Multiply. It did not really do a whole lot, I'll admit. I don't know what I was expecting. To blue shift white. I have an idea. We can merge these two. Lock the layers. And then color over it. Yeah, there we go. Maybe not that dark. Let's do some more blurring here. That looks bad. Let's go back to how it was. Let's go with the soft airbrush tool as well. I have an idea for this too. Coming up with all sorts of tips and tricks just to solve my own problems that I'm creating. Let's just select the color layer again. On this guy, though. There, now he should not be affected. No, invert that. There we go. And we'll blur the whole thing. Stretch it. So here we're going to need to render the grass a little bit. And maybe decide what I want to do for the buildings and such in the background. But other than that, I think we're almost reaching the end of this page already, which is nuts for me. Let me just open up. Let me see what other pages we can even focus on. I have this one that I could finish. I do like this panel. Look at this man's face. Look how angry. I think that one turned out pretty good. Especially for a close-up shot. That one's good. We can do that one. This one's already done. I just had it for color reference. I'll need it for the grass, maybe. Oh, boy. There's freaking this page. Oh, no. Why'd I do this one? I still have to draw like 40 people on it and then color in the dang thing. Oh, look at this one panel. That's all you need to see to learn that this page was not worth it. I mean, it's a cool shot, but like... I hate myself. Why would I do that? There's just like 12 dudes. So many people. I know, and I have to... This is a zoomed out shot of this one. It's gonna be... It's so annoying. I do not envy you for... I don't even envy myself. I made it perfectly clear I hate myself. I just noticed some continuity error stuff that we're going to have to deal with, but it can be argued that the angling of the torso is what's causing it, so it's fine. Yes. Alright, so let's draw the cloak. Oh yeah, I can draw the cloak, you idiot. I can do that. I can draw the cloak, me idiot. I am the idiot. We can do this. Where's my background layer? Here it is. So angry at this dog. I swear to God. I know she was just fed, because my dad does that every day before he leaves to go back to work. I know she was just let outside. She's just being upset for the sake of being upset. And if she wouldn't eat the house, she could mosey around downstairs. This is all her decision making that got her into this predicament. Oh, I have butchered that. Something fierce. Something spooky's going down. Do another layer. She wants the attention. She can't have it right now, or else it'll reinforce this behavior. How zoomed out are these wooden planks? We might need to condense them. Just a little bit. Some old copy-paste technology. That's a tried and true method. Control-C, Control-V. Get you out a lot of pickles, a lot of jams, a lot of food-related metaphors for being stuck. Copy pasta. It's classic. It's old reliable. Alright, we added the wooden beams. That's just a little bit of detail I added for the sake of that. Yeah, I think we'll keep it like that. I don't think I need to add the wooden texture. I think I will go back here, and while I'm remembering this, now that we've done all the coloring here, we can add all of these layers back in here so I can save it. And I gotta go turn this one on again. Wait, this one's fixed. I gotta turn this one on again. That's the sketch layer. Get that. Alright, that's all good. Now we need to draw the cloak because I'm dumb. And stupid. Alright, this shouldn't be too hard to fix. Or it'll be the hardest thing I've ever tried to fix in my life. Let's see which one it is. Maybe I should draw it on a new layer before I start going hog wild. Honestly, it just needs to stick out the back here. It doesn't even need a B over here, so we could just do this. And hide my frankly rude message to myself. We'll go here, hide the multiply and all that. We might just take this color here, because I think the rest of it, when I turn the blue on, yeah, everything else will be affected except for this. So we'll just do that, and then we'll go here. I think this should work. Oh, we have to undo that, and then it should. Now we got to erase the multiply there, and then it should be fine. It was very easy to fix, as it would turn out. We just gotta figure out which one this is. Is it both? Is it all three? I think it's all three of them. Just gotta erase not so much. And you know what? We'll add a little bit more multiply back in there. I'm seeing it now. It needs to happen. But like the right kind. Yeah, that wasn't even that hard. Look at that. Do I have everything turned back on? Can I save this page yet again? Alright, saved. And then we'll export as a PNG again, just to make sure I got it. Oh, actually, I don't even need to export as a PNG, because it doesn't have words on it. It's not even done yet. Easy. Look at that. Continuity saved. Just a couple lines. Literally one line, and then a color. Fixed it. Get that out of my sight. That's how I feel about that page I just did. Ooh, elbow it right in the wound. And the open wound that was its continuity error. What's another page I had that I was working on here? I had this one. Which I have a couple of things. I have to do background rendering for this page as well. This one I think is done for the most part. That's the facial reference. We'll put you over here. Now when you can just actually get out of here for now, because you're good. Alright, so we have these pages. Let's... I haven't quite figured out if I want to do background buildings for this one. So we'll save that for later. I'll do some stuff on here. There's one thing I see that I can do. And I know I struggle with it sometimes, so we'll try this. It's adding the little shake lines. I have another page where I did something that I was fine with, so let's see if we can open that up. The little strain lines from holding a weight, or just straining muscles in general. Where is that? Here it is. It does have words on it, so we're gonna have to hide all that. Y'all not allowed to say your words yet. I gotta wait till the comic uploaded to do that. And their words are all gone. Here you go. Eyeballs return. This is the panel I was talking about. Right here. It has little shake lines. How did I do these? They're not entirely pointed. There's a bit of curve to them. I think I used the G pen. And it's 57 opacity of pure white. Okay, makes sense to me. I think I used a very small G pen. Well, this size maybe? Oops, I have to go pen this size. Yeah, it looks exactly that. Alright, good. But on this page it might need to be bigger. Let's see. No, that looks about the right size. See, it's hard to get that curvature correct. There's like a certain level of space you have to leave too, between the figure. Otherwise it just looks like a weird lightning pattern outside of it. Let's just try reducing it to 57, because that's what it's going to be at anyway. That does seem setter. If we're going to start every word with S, we might as well full commit. Succinct, simply, surrect. One of those words is going to get me in trouble, so I'm going to stop doing that. Eventually, that'll become a problem. I don't think I'm going to keep doing that. Can't imagine having to do this traditionally. Some manga artists do these kind of shake lines traditionally with pen and ink, and it's like you just messed that up. What, like all these undoing of the lines? I guess they could do it in pencil first to make sure they got it right. But like even still, I'm erasing I'm doing a bunch of attempts here, and I'm not doing a very good job. Opinion. Where you put the breaks in the lines is also important for this particular effect here. Where Parappa 2 OST? Do you want that? You sure you don't want Lammer or Jammy? What is that one? You know the one. Hello, Chris. Welcome back. I don't know if I want to play that. We have such chill art vibes right now. I can't just boot up Parappa 2. We gotta believe? I don't want to believe right now. I want to go to bed. I don't know how you're so amped right now. Aren't you normally asleep right now? Don't you have to sleep for a stream you're doing later? What are you doing? Chris, you're insane. You gotta go to bed. You gotta detoxify your lifestyle right now. I did for like 4 hours. 4 hours. That is hardly enough. That is half of the recommended doctor's amount. Now, if I was a square, that's what I would say. But since I'm Zotan, I will say perfect amount. Right on par. Actually. Nice. The perfect amount of sleep. Might take another nap if you play Parappa. You best keep those eyelids peeled then, because I'm not playing Parappa songs right now. Your eyes are going to look as bloodshot as my goblin avatars. So I already deal with a viewer who takes control of the aux cord and sends me video game OSTs a bunch of times. No crying in the stream. I'm going to add that to my about section. Rules, no cry. I shall not have so many multiple viewers taking control of the aux cord. I've already lived that life. Enough. Listen to your Frank impersonation. You're already doing it. Look around you. You've been here the whole time. You're starting to believe. Exactly. Wake up. You've been in a coma this whole time. The voices are starting to meld together. This is what your doctor sounds like. That's why he's showing up in more than one place now. Chris, come on, you gotta get up. The accident was 8 months ago. That's always my favorite thing. When people just do that fake gaslighting. You've been in a coma this whole time. They try to matrix you. I would never fall for being... The only way I would fall for being matrixed is if I was pulled out of the device. You alright? You know what? Because like, even if I saw like a ghost or an alien or a master of kung fu beat up 100 of the same dude in front of me, I would just assume that's some weird psyop that the government's trying out this time. That's some CIA experiment I was not supposed to see, but I'm now privy to it. I'm sure they'll Men in Black my memories shortly. Like with that Chicago alien invasion that I was talking about last stream. It's all a conspiracy, man. Where's the police body cam footage? There were aliens, they were 8 feet tall, and they're gonna eat us. And they're starting with Chicago, which is like, you know what, frankly, good choice. I hear not many great things about Chicago. It's got some cool tourist attractions, but then also it's got a lot of things that sound like fireworks but are not fireworks. Do not go to look for the fireworks in Chicago. You will not find cool stuff. Oh, fire! It's not even the 4th of July. No, it is not. Do not be fooled. We need more breaks between these lines, just to add a little bit of space, a little bit of visual rest area between them. Maybe we needed that one. Maybe this one. And then maybe a little bit this one. This is all very arbitrary decision making, but it's important. That's what art is making arbitrary decisions. You never know what's going to look right until you do it. Unless you're, like, experienced or skilled or something. Alright, we've added little shake lines to that page. I think that's good. We need to add the speed lines here. To this side here. Alright, we need a ruler. A fun ruler that gives me the parallel line ruler. And then you can just take your G pen. And you can do what the manga artists do. And draw a bunch of parallel lines for speed. Just like my favorite mangoes. Then we'll hide the ruler because it's distracting. Then we'll erase this back a bit. Lower the opacity. I think we're good on that one. Yeah, a little less opacity. It's easy to get a little overblown with those. Did I have... I had little, I had the little white surprise indicators that I have sometimes. Let's add a couple of those. What was this layer? Nothing? Well, now it's going to be something. And now he's all surprised and stuff. Look at that. We'll adjust the position. Very subtle is actually the best case for these lines here. Let's do some of the speed lines on this. You know what we can do? We can just Control-C, Control-V, the old copy pasta. I actually think that was simple enough, but effective enough that I can just leave it at that. Always love when an effect is simple but good. That'll be good there. What else can we mess around with in the short time that I have left on this earth? And by that I mean streaming today. If I keep these backgrounds consistent, and I can't really add buildings here because I would have to add them here. I think that's why this is so light back here, actually. Because I was debating on whether or not adding the buildings even as far back as this page. We can close this out now, though. What other page do we got to mess around with? I know I have thumbnails. I can open up this and see where we are. The elbow and the face. We've done all these. The next ones I have are in my sketchbook. So I guess we can start rendering the grass on here. Which means I will hide your eyeballs for but a moment. So I can get some more grass open. Hide the words. Reveal the eyes. Steal the grass. Neil deGrasse Tyson, if he was getting pulled over for weed charges, weed possession charges, that would be Steele deGrasse Tyson, of course. You're welcome for that word association. I'm not proud of it. It just happens. I just think, and there it is. These genius comedy gold mines. Where's the grass? I downloaded grass brushes. Where are they? Are you grass? You are grass. I think? No, you're cloud. Final Fantasy. Are you grass? What are you? No, this has to be cloud. Where did I put grass? I didn't realize this would be the hardest part. Oh, I put it in. Is this the grass that I put in? Oh, this is the grass. I think. Yeah, this is... There it is. I found it. Why is it all over here? I have to use the dry wash brush. Just block in some areas of differing value. I have these cool grass brushes that I can't even use, though. Like, they have all these cool textures on them, but they're set in this color palette, so unless it's I guess I could do some hue shifting, but, like... This is a shrub line. And this is the best I could do with it. Oh, that's upside down. Why is you that way? There's some other ones, like, look at that, that looks great. That's a little too pre-made for my taste, though. I downloaded this, but I don't know if I'll ever use it. Whoa, that's pretty neat, though. We just stare at that for the next 15 minutes, and I can end stream. Like, I got all these cool things, all these textures. This one's good. Ooh, I should use this one. I should make this one big. Over here... Particle size. Huge. Then we'll steal more of my grass colors. What was this one? That looks okay. do like this ultimate grass brush. This is good for like large area coverage. I think this detail needs to be blurred a bit. Let's add some fog to the front, and then I think we could close out stream a little bit sooner. Not too much sooner, but a little bit sooner than normal. So I have been up longer than I normally am. For the sake of the company. Alright, I think we did a lot of good progress today. All the flats, all the values on the characters, some background rendering. We did a lot. Good. Even touched up some other pages that I was working on. I'll have to plan out some, which page I want to do next. I have a sketchbook filled with thumbnails that I'll have to convert to digital. The digital realm. So that's going to be it for me today. Thank you all for stopping by. Thanks, Garo, retroactively for the raid, if they ever see this. And the company, the Lethal Company. I will be doing art at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, as I so often do. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, Zayden. Bye, Chris. Catch you later. Love you, brother. You should go listen to the Parappa 2 OST, now that you don't have to deal with my audio, because I feel like you desperately want. So I'll catch you guys later, and bye-bye. I have? Okay, never mind.